Wow, I am so excited to see you here, still with me. Congratulations on taking more action to create your ultimate life. This is part 3, the last part of the 3-part series I promised you. This video will give you the 5 steps to create your ultimate life. Now, if you've come this far, then I believe you are serious about getting the results you really want. To honor that dedication, I'll give you everything I've got and be completely straight and open with you. Often in the personal development world, ideas, books, and programs are presented as if somehow they're going to magically transport you from where you are right now across the gap of all your real and imagined challenges and barriers and land you safely and effortlessly in the land of bliss. If that's what you think, please stop watching this and go back and look for the magic wand elsewhere. There is no magic wand. There are no silver bullets. There are tried and true methods, tools, and work that will get you what you want. You have to do the work. I can give you guidance and the steps that I know work, but watching alone does not win any more than serious yearning, shouting, screaming, and cheering for a sports club makes your team win. You've likely read Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. You've probably heard Tony Robbins' Awaken the Giant Within. Perhaps you've read or seen hundreds of other motivating books and videos or attended conferences. You ache and you yearn. Perhaps you have accomplished much, but you still want more. You want to do more good. You want to be more capable and powerful in your quest. Well, you're in the right place. My commitment here is to give you all that I have, show you what I know, and offer you all the help I can so you can dare more greatly, enjoy more deeply, and strive more joyously. With that understood, let's get started. First, let's get clear on the difference between the 5 principles and the 5 steps. In part 1 of this series, I gave you 5 principles that were the foundation necessary to accomplish any great thing, particularly to create your ultimate life. The principles were, number 1, truth, number 2, desire, number 3, imagination, number 4, optimism, and number 5, perseverance. If it's not clear to you what those principles are and why they're essential to creating the ultimate life, then you'll want to go back and rewatch part 1 until you clearly understand them and have made a choice to make them part of your life. Without those 5 principles, the 5 steps that I give you now won't work. On the other hand, if you have decided to make those principles a key element of your life, then nothing can stop you from what you want to achieve. Step 1, take responsibility. Today, information is available instantly by consulting various sources online. Gathering information is barely the beginning of creating a result. So while information is instantly available, applying that information and making it do something for you takes work and time. Think about growing a garden. If you water the garden and pull the weeds, you get the flowers or the fruit. In other words, if you put time, attention, and love into the garden, you get what you want. If you think that just planting the seeds and hoping for the best will work, ultimately you get disappointed. Taking responsibility is acknowledging that you, and you alone, will create your ultimate life. I can give you all the keys and tools that I've used and that others have used to create staggering results in wealth, health, and prosperity of all kinds. If you use them, they will work for you. If you don't, then you gain nothing. Taking responsibility also means realizing the ultimate truth that no one is coming. There is no cavalry or rescue mission that will fly over the hill at the last moment, do all the work for you, and hand you the keys to the kingdom. That's actually not discouraging. It simply means we create our own outcomes. If this frustrates or frightens you, then this path is not for you. The ultimate life is a precious thing that only those that are dedicated get to have. On the other hand, if you are dedicated, then nothing can keep you from achieving the results you are looking for. Now that's exciting. Taking responsibility is also not something we do once and it's forever solved. When things get discouraging or when outcomes don't happen as fast as we like, often we look around for people or things to blame. Even if someone did something to get in your way, or even if external circumstances are worse than you anticipated, the truth is still that you, and you alone, have responsibility to create your life. After all, the life you have today is the one that you have created. No matter what was handed to you, you have the opportunity to change it. Each of us is blessed with the gift of choice and the power to create whatever we like. You are a divine being with gifts and talents, capable of creating whatever you want. So take heart, take courage, take hold, and take responsibility. Step 2 is to declare with detail. It's easy for us to daydream about a life that's different than the one we have today. More money, more possessions, more happiness, more health. Daydreaming and wishful thinking is not declaring. The Declaration of Independence served as the founding document for the United States of America. It was not a statement of wishful thinking. It was a declaration signed by all those who participated and to which they swore sacred allegiance. They swore to dedicate their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor to creating what they declared. You have every right and opportunity to declare a future state of your life that's beautiful, powerful, and enjoyable. That declaration must have details. If you declare increased wealth, how much will you have? When will that be in your bank? If you declare different relationship status, when will that exist for you? Exactly what will that look like? The key here is to describe exactly what you want, when it will be in your life, and what it will feel like to have it. Here are the keys to an effective declaration. Number 1, exactly what do you want? This might include details like color, size, appearance, smells, and whatever other details are appropriate. Number 2, when will this be yours? Number 3, what will you feel when you have this? Number 4, why is it important for you to have this? Number 5, what will this new state of being or this new thing allow you to do that you can't do now? Number 6, what will that new freedom feel like for you? Don't skimp or cut corners here. We can only create what we can imagine. And if our imagination is weak or unclear, then the drive or energy to build it is also lacking. Michelangelo sat for days before a great block of marble, imagining the sculpture David, before he lifted his hammer and chisel for the first time. When he ultimately set to work, it was with a clear and precise vision of the final product. Your power will be increased, and your ability to create will be larger, depending on the time, attention, and love that you give to this step. Step 3, measure your commitment. Now, we've all had the experience of saying something we intend to do and then not following through. It might be something simple like saying, we're going to clean the garage this weekend. Then something happens, so we put it off for another day. It might be a goal you have declared for yourself over and over again. Getting back in shape is a common one. You may list all the reasons you want to be in shape and firmly declare that this is the time. And then all kinds of things get in the way, and ultimately, you don't finish. On the other hand, something that is extremely important to you motivates you to climb over every obstacle imaginable to make it happen. Someone close to you is suddenly in danger. You stop at nothing until the threat is removed and they're safe. So, what is really the difference? The difference is the depth of the commitment associated with the outcome. The safety of a loved one triggers a primal response that eliminates fear. Other goals don't carry the same power unless you create real commitment. This video series is about creating your ultimate life. How badly do you want it to happen? What are you willing to do to make your dream your actual life? If you stop and think about it, it's obvious that we have what we have today because it's what we created. Our choices and our willingness to create have brought us right to where we are now. The wealth we have, the health we have, and our prospects for the future. If we want something different, it should be clear by now that we need to do something different than we've done in the past. We need to be someone different than we have been, or we will continue to create the same result we have now. If this is a goal or a set of goals you've already tried to get, what would be different this time for you than every other time? What accountability processes, what motivation tools are you going to activate this time to actually build your dream? No matter what our goal might be, there's really only 4 questions. Where am I now? Where do I want to get? And obviously that needs to be clear and specific. What is the path from here to there? And that's something you can't shortchange. A vague idea about what it takes to get from here to there won't cut it. For example, if you plan to hike to the top of a 14,000-foot peak in Colorado and you've never done that before, consultation with someone who has done that or extensive research will significantly increase your chances of success. 4th question is, how will you keep moving? What will keep you going when things get hard? If you explicitly declare your willingness to make sacrifices or invest time, energy, and cash, then you substantially increase your chances of actually getting there. Things get way more serious when you have a big investment on the line. So, for example, if you have $300,000 invested in a particular stock, you might pay a lot more attention to the performance of that company. If you bet $100,000 on a particular horse at the races, you pay attention to that race. Achieving a goal successfully is a lot like building a building. Your willingness to stay committed, keep moving, and change whatever's necessary about your current life will be the key to your success. Describing in specific detail what you're willing to do, what you're willing to change about your habits or behaviors, and the investment of time, energy, and cash you're willing to make to have your ultimate life will keep it real. Step 4, apply the results equation. Every big goal consists of smaller parts. If you're like most people, your ultimate life will have several steps. We can't do everything at once, and so we attack big goals one part at a time. We don't build a skyscraper all at once. We start with drawings and architectural renderings, and then we go to the city and get permits, and then there's a big excavation, and then we lay the foundation. Finally, the building begins, and on and on and on until the project is finished. Achieving your ultimate life just like that, will be made up of smaller objectives. These milestones will let you know how you're progressing and will keep you motivated along the way. Achieving your ultimate life will be fun and exciting as you see your dreams happen one by one. There's no question some parts of the journey will be harder than others, but every part is important. Some things you want to change about yourself and your life might have more baggage and head trash associated with them, but everything is achievable. What is the results equation I just referred to? The results equation is a very specific, detail-oriented, powerful process to help you tackle each of the parts of the journey that stand between where you are today and the destination you have described. The results equation is a way to break down your ultimate life journey into 90-day chunks so you can measure them and make sure they happen one at a time. But like any other tool, the results equation only works if you apply it correctly and if you consistently move in the direction of your dream. The results equation is a time-tested, proven process that takes you from start to finish in each one of the parts of your journey. It is the key and catalyst to help you create a powerful vision, create the specific steps required, and stay motivated to complete the journey. I've conducted over 30 results equation workshops over the last couple of years. In these workshops, I help people just like you begin the journey toward the ultimate life they have in mind and complete one at a time the building blocks and goals to move them down the path of success. What is the results equation? It's a 90-day intensive workshop conducted virtually, but still face-to-face. It's a small group, 6 people or less. Each person declares and works on a goal that's part of their ultimate life journey. We meet every week for 13 sessions, virtually on Zoom, and I help you get to your goal. Every session's recorded so you can refer to it as needed for help in between sessions. You hear and participate with the other people that are there so you know you're not alone. Before we start on that particular 90-day goal, you and I talk together and work to describe exactly what you want to finish in 90 days as part of your bigger journey. And during the 90 days, you have several private calls with just you and me. The results equation is also one of my books. But the big difference between the book and the workshop is my personal coaching for you and the interaction you get with others that are on exactly the same journey as you are. Before we start, and during the 90 days, we create and refine your map, and then we execute the steps to get you to your destination. In our preparations, you will get crystal clear on how this set of goals fits into the overall picture of your ultimate life. Your 90-day purpose is to finish that goal so you have measurable and specific progress toward your ultimate life. These workshops create community, accountability, and celebrate success all along the road. It doesn't matter where you are in your quest, whether you're at the beginning, somewhere in the middle, or nearly finished. In the very first video in the series, I mentioned that as a coach, my greatest joy comes from helping people just like you overcome all the barriers, obstacles, and blocks that are preventing or have prevented you from achieving the freedom, prosperity, and joy that you want. Using the results equation, you will eliminate every barrier and accomplish your objectives, one at a time, until you stand atop the hill of victory and have the dream you declared, your ultimate life. Step 5 is simple. Repeat step 4 until finished. Accomplishing a big goal is always done in smaller pieces, like we said, just like building the skyscraper. One part is done at a time, and the magic of the results equation is that it is designed and adaptable to be repeated and help you create success in every area of your life and on every step along the way. So let's chat and see how to use the results equation to accomplish your goals and get to your ultimate life. There's a link below the video. Click that link and schedule a time to chat. You will never know what's truly possible until you dive in. Now, let me be clear, this is not a sales call. We will chat about what you want and get a crystal clear vision of your intended outcome and then create an action plan to give you the exact steps to make it real. We'll uncover any hidden challenges or barriers that might be or may have been preventing you from making progress or slowing you down in any way. Together, we'll build a vision of what needs to happen so you can easily and quickly create the success you've been looking for. It will no longer be a frightening or confusing process. These three things are true. You have the capability right now to make changes. No one can do it for you. You are the supreme architect of your life. Schedule a time right now. Let's have a conversation to see what I might be able to do to help you turn your dreams into reality. Procrastination won't help you, so schedule a time for us to talk right now, and let's get you started on your exciting journey.